the wonders of the world. The Great Pyramid, temples of Artemis, hanging gardens of Babylon, and so on and so forth. The Great Wall of China, Colosseum, Taj Mahal. But most importantly, in modern days, Einstein named compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Now, who understands it, earns it. Who doesn't, pays it. Now, this is from the greatest physicist of our time. His theory made it possible for us to have atomic energy. And he named the eighth wonder of the world as compound interest. That is very, very powerful. What is compound interest? It's the total amount of principal interest in the future minus principal amount at present. Okay, so that's the technical definition. The important understanding of compound interest is that you earn interest on top of interest, given period of time. So what you have is this upward curve instead of a straight line curve with our compound interest, which is called simple interest. Right? Every year you just earn a certain amount of interest, you add to that. Right? When you re-inject the interest you earned back into principal. So let's say you put in $100, your interest rate is 1% per year. You will make extra dollar every year. Right? Simple interest is just adding up every year. You just add $1 because it's only $1 of interest, period. But compounding is meaning the interest you earn, you reinvest in it. Now that's powerful because year 2 is still at $100. Now you're investing in $101. And then the interest continue to add up, so it compounds up. So let's do this. Let's do this and calculate what is the effect of compound interest. And then you understand why is it so important, or more importantly, you will understand how to be really extremely wealthy. I'm talking about not just millionaires, but hundreds of millions to billions because of this compound interest effect. So I've modeled it. Now, the first question is actually, what interest rate you want to set at? That will drive the result, the outcome. So right now, the spreadsheet, I'm using Google Spreadsheet. If you have a Google account, you can do the same. And we'll run through the layman way, the simple way, without doing all the mathematical equations, right? To do a compound interest. To calculate compound interest, you need the principal, the time, and the interest rate. You just need these 3 factors. So let's start with $100, right? Let's say $100, and have my 10% interest rate. What will be my ending balance be? So I'm going to replicate this again, so you can visualize this and understand. First, you need 3 pieces of information. Right? You need the principal, $100. Right? Let's click on this. That's $100. Right? You need the interest rate, which is 10%. Right? And click on percent. That's 10%. Let's make it more legible. 10%. Right? Now I need the outcome of interest. Right. So what you do is you put in equal, click on the cell, the principal cell, and then times the interest rate. And then if you press enter here, there you go, $10, right? It's $10. So year one, end of year one, be $10. You add this, your ending balance become principal plus interest. Period. So at the end of year one, let's say this annualized at 10%, you get $110. Now let's compound that. Yes, year two, this cell, your principal is now at $110. Period. However, your interest rate would be the same, except your principal change. So what if Excel this function you can direct understand is continuation of that. The only problem is that it takes this cells times the previous cells. Now, it doesn't become $10%, which is 1,000% in actuality. Right? Because 1 is 100%, 10 times is 1,000%. That's wrong, right? This is why you're saying so much. We need to make correction. The correction we need in actuality is if we're going to use this cells constantly on this row as a solution to that. Instead of going into every cell and press equal F2 every time you got to do this, right? Now let's go right around. But the simplest way is if you want one of the number remains at one cell, you just put a dollar sign right here. You put a dollar sign in front of the column, in front of the row number. Yeah. From this point forward, every time we drag down, it remains that. But this we don't need to do that. This will continue to update itself, so when you drag it down, right, now you can see the magic. Equal becomes this principal plus interest. And only one cells that you need is this. That is constant remaining because the interest remains the same. Or else continue to grow. Now, so next is we can highlight these and we can drag this whole thing down and get a general consensus. Not general, actual calculation. Right, the only thing is, because 2 continues to be 2. If I highlight 1, 2, you should give me, there we go, 123 years. And right here. There we go. See. Now we can see. And let's change this color so we can see a little bit better. And let's make the background with light blue. Right, so year 1, invest 10% compound interest. At year 123, my intention is actually 125. Let's make it 24, 25. You have 14 million. Wow. 125 years of 10%. You start with only $100. You compound 10% though. And your ending balance became 14.9 million, 15 million. That's phenomenal. That's the power of compounding. That's amazing. The question becomes, how do you consistently receive a 10% return? Or, better yet, over the long term of 125 periods, you have an average return of 10%. Find this, compound it over 125 periods, could be year, month, days. Well, your $100, 10%, became 14.9 million. Get a 10% return on the average over that time period, and you have 14.9 million. This is how you become millionaires, billionaires. Do this. Find this.